Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mike, and I'm a recovering addict. For those of you who are new, we are working the 12 steps using 12-step devotionals from the Life Recovery Bible and answering questions from the Life Recovery Workbook. Today's Bible reading is Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 through 10. Step 2. We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 2 is often referred to as the hope step. And coming to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to live sanely and have the faith to hope that sanity can return. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. How can we be confident that something we want is going to happen, especially if all our hopes have been dashed? How can we risk believing that the life we hope for is waiting for us around the bend? The Bible tells us that the key is in the nature of the higher power we look to. We are told that anyone who wants to come to him must believe that God exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. If we see God as one who is reaching out to help us, we will be more eager to look for him. If our faith has not matured to the point yet, we can ask for help. One man came to Jesus asking him to help his young son who was afflicted by a demon. He said to Jesus, "Have mercy on us and help us if you can." "What do you mean, if I can?" Jesus asked. "Anything is possible if a person believes." That father instantly cried out, "I do believe, but help me overcome my unbelief." Mark chapter 9, verses 22 through 24. We can start by asking God to help us have more faith. Then we can ask him for the courage to hope for a better future. Questions. 1. Am I becoming able to believe that God can help me live sanely? How? Yes. Through studying the Bible, I see a healthy way to live. Literally, God's instructions for life are right there in that great book. Also, the more I study and read his word, the more sane I feel. It's like those self-destructive thoughts and cravings grow less and less the more good food I take in. We have all heard the analogy, we are what we eat. Likewise, we are also what we allow our brains to absorb. This is true for all of us, but especially true for children, who soak up everything like sponges. If you think things like gangster rap, sexually suggestive pop, vulgar R-rated movies, or your lifestyle choices aren't affecting your children, you're sadly mistaken. Our reality is shaped by our perceptions, and our perceptions are shaped by what we take in. That's why God calls us to guard our hearts and only ingest good fruit. Because what we feed our spirit determines the life we live. The Bible tells us this in many scriptures, but my favorite is from Matthew chapter 7, verses 17 and 18. Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. What we plant and nourish spiritually will determine the kind of fruit, actions, character, outcomes we produce and what our children produce. 2. Can I now believe that as I reach out for God's strength and surrender him, God's nature is to be present and ready to help and support sane choices? Why or why not? Yes. Jesus tells us God will send us a comforter. That is the Holy Spirit, to comfort and instruct us. I often feel this comforter in life. Sometimes being filled with the Holy Spirit is so overwhelming for me that I have to go out and exercise because I feel like I'm going to explode. These are the times when I most feel God's presence in my life. But I also know he's there helping me make the same decisions that I was once unable to make for myself. The delusion of power is a deadly lie to live. We try to convince ourselves we have control and that we have the power within us to change. Often those around us fortify the delusion and hide the evidence of our powerlessness from us. Then in a rare moment of clarity, we come to see that we have made no progress, possess no power, and have no path to follow. The fortunate ones discover that in thousands of remarkable ways, God has been reaching for us and revealing that he can help, that he can heal, that he can restore. Finally, hearing God's truth and believing it leads every struggler from a place of hopelessness to the possibility of a new life. That concludes step 2. Tomorrow we move on to step 3, where we will turn it all over to God. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay sober. Hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for allowing me to share my journey with you.